What's up, guys? Got another YouTube video, just a very raw video. I wanted to give some life updates and I'm pausing YouTube for a bit. So, this is going to be my last video for a while. I want to show you what's happened since the last time, why I'm stopping, and just what's going on in my life right now. This is a very pivotal point. I feel. I can't be sure because I've felt this so many times, and you just never know how things turn and like life goes, especially on this like road to success where you're constantly feeling crazy and trying to predict things, being in the unknown where there is no roadmap, where there is no formula for this. So that's why I'm putting this stuff out there. Hopefully, when you're on your path and you're going through the thick of it and it's so lonely and so much uncertainty is eating at your head and there's nothing happening and you want to give up, this is my reminder to you to be delusional, to not like quit, to not let off the gas and not lose hope, and just to be positive and use every avenue you have, be resourceful, and take inspiration and motivation and fuel and comfort and relief from my story, because this is me here right now recording this with nothing going on. My world is burning around me and I'm just trying to just keep it together, and that's why I'm making this video. And I'm just gonna show you guys some stuff and hopefully this helps. So yeah. So after posting my last YouTube video, I knew things are just not going right. Like my thumbnails are not good, my titles are not good, I'm not getting any views. My Instagram itself is not growing. Just my overall life, like my body is not right. I'm not working out, I'm not sleeping properly. Income, like everything, just is fucked. Just frankly speaking, and at the end of the day, it's my life, it's my responsibility, and the output that I'm getting out of life is the equivalent to the input that I'm giving. I believe in that. You get what you give. If you put two in, you get two out, and that's how you get through the journey, by taking accountability, right? And I just like felt like it's time for a reality check, and it came down to the main thing is that like I'm just not like doing my best. I'm just not doing things the right way. Like YouTube is a new skill. It's gonna take a long time to learn it. Like it's gonna take like few years maybe to learn it properly and become really good at it. But it's also not gonna take that long to do it right. I have to start putting in the proper reps. And same thing with Instagram and all of this. And it just comes down to the fact that my body, my health situation is not good. And I was just like, dude, it's not good, but it's not been good for so long. Like my old YouTube videos also showed, like since 2 years I've been dealing with poor posture and all this stuff after my injury, and I just never fixed it. And I'm gonna go through all of this in the video, but that reality check, and I'm like, dude, like my routines, my work ethic, I've just become such a bitch. Like I feel like I'm not being the old version where like I'm trying to win. Like I don't even feel like I want to be an entrepreneur anymore. Like it's like burnout from not having anything for so long, I guess. But it's been like 7 years of like hardship almost, where I'm just like tired. Like, and I kept saying this like again and again, like I'm tired, and like I'm so tired, man. Like what is this? Like my internal monologue became that, and that's how your mindset becomes shit. Because if you keep saying that, it's like a programming of your brain, and your brain starts believing that and it starts acting that way. And I just started like making excuses for my own bad behavior in this sense, and like tolerating this life. Like I'm just tolerating this. That's the big thing I learned, is like you have to be grateful for what you have and not be discontent or dissatisfied with it in that sense. But at the same time, you should be like disgusted and like intolerant of it. Like stop tolerating this. And it's a weird thing to understand, because you have to be like disgusted. You wake up, you feel super like grateful, and once you're like, okay, I'm good, this is great, I have food, I have shelter, my family is safe, all of this is good, then you have to switch to this mindset of like, what the hell, what the fuck is this is bullshit, like this sucks. why am I not getting this? Why am I not getting that? Why am I not having this result? What am I doing wrong? And like for the rest of the day, you need to be like asking those questions. It's not about being in like this or like negative, entitled, or like this lack mindset or scarcity mindset of feeling. It's not that you should have those emotions, but you should have positive emotions while asking the questions that would come from that. It's a weird balance, because you should constantly be thinking about the stuff that you want. Focus on the positive. Where is the vision? What's the future? Live in that feeling, in that state, because the state you live in creates the actions and the behaviors. So you have to have that positivity while balancing the like discontent. And it's such a weird thing, because it's like every time you move in life, you start getting like comfort. It becomes your comfort zone and you become okay with it. And I'm like a simple guy. I really like, just put me like a room, bed on the floor, like some food, I can live. But that's surviving, that's living. It's not thriving, it's not excelling. And in life, you're always gonna have these situations where the comfort zone is there, and you have to literally like manually push yourself out of it and go up to success. It's like I can live and I can be like a beggar or like a homeless person, and or I can live like a middle class life. In the grand scheme of things, like, it doesn't matter. But what is my time here on earth supposed to mean? It's supposed to mean me becoming the absolute best me. It's like pushing the limits and boundaries of what I thought is possible, and unlocking so much of myself. Like, it's like your soul has limitless potential. It has no limitations. It has no this thing. There is a certain theme. There is a certain structure. It's like, I'm an artist, somebody else is a science guy, somebody else is like a movie guy, somebody else is like a sports guy, athlete. Like, there is this like kind of a puzzle that you have, the way you're wired. But within that wiring, there is no limit. You can go to the absolute ceiling. So your life is supposed to be that. And I kind of know this, that's what I'm trying to do, like trying to be delusional and all. But in the day to day in your life, it gets really hard to do this, because every time you move, it becomes like hard to push that limit. And I, in the last season of my life in 2024, when I started this YouTube and stuff, I started realizing this, and I would purposefully do things to get me out of my comfort zone. I went to the Rolex dealership, I went to the Porsche dealership. I started buying like new clothes and throwing out some like really old clothes to like kind of act as if I was already the person who had that dream life. And I'll like show like what that is. But I just have this vision of like this apartment and this life in Dubai, and I'm trying to get there, but it's just like really far off. And being here like in this season of like nothingness, where it's like nothing is working, and in order to make it work, I have to put so much effort. But I'm not in this condition to put so much effort, and I'm not doing anything to change it either. It's like nothing changes if nothing changes. And uh, what you're not changing, you're choosing. All of these concepts, all of which I have made videos on, but I still didn't make the change. So it's like, I'm like, finally, it's like, you know what, done, fuck this. My body is the issue. I'm going to a physiotherapist. I went to the physiotherapist. 3 days I went at like 7:45 in the morning. I had physiotherapy sessions. Basically, this guy also was just like, you just need to train. It's like, you had an injury, you lost all your muscle mass. And after that, I told like my life story. It's like, I was so poor that I didn't have food. Every day I was eating like those 2-minute noodles. Just that, like 3 packets of that a day and 3 eggs. That was all I was eating for the most part. So I lost all my muscle, and now it's like my body has literally no muscle in my frame. Like my face, my neck, you can see it, but my wrists and everything, it's like my entire body has lost muscle mass. So it's like, I'm tall, I had injuries, I have no muscle mass, my body doesn't have the strength to hold itself together. On top of that, I was spending like 12, 15, 16 hours a day just sitting straight and working. It's like my body is cracking. And so all of these things are there. And like my body, my health is so low, and I'm trying to like juice so much. Like creativity and work out of it, and it's just not giving, and it's like, bro, I'm done. And so now it's like I've pushed it so bad that I'm like, I know like I'm hardcore and I can push things to like the absolute worst limit. And now it's like it's not gonna happen, bro, because it's like to build a business, especially going forward, it's like if I'm at zero now, at every step you go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 10 to 100, the stress only increases, the pressure only increases, the reason for fear or anxiety only increases. And how I look, if I look like a bitch with this shit posture, when I go to the bank or go to this place and that place, people look at me like weakling. People see this weakness as a way to like target you and bully you. It shouldn't be that way, but there are certain people who are predatorial and they look for these things. So you start running into all sorts of problems, and when you can't exercise, when you can't work out, so much stress builds up very easily and you can't get it out of your system. And like, because I'm kind of like all wonky and fucked up, I can't really exercise or work out in the way that I could, like normal gym goer. I have to do like the stretching and the slow and controlled physiotherapy exercises, which is really difficult because my body has no strength, and it's not something you can just like do as a stress reliever or like a put out your anger type thing. So I made all of these, like I know all of this and I used all of this as an excuse, right? And because of that, like I didn't do it. And I had all these limiting beliefs, like which came through some like traumatic experiences from like bad people, but also my lifelong thing, which is like I am not an athlete. Because my family just been like very opposed to like going to the gym. They always say like, oh, going to the gym will get you injured. And so like as a program, it runs in my head. So I have to like start to like kind of change that. And even like over the past 2 years, I've like been so defeated and like just feeling like my injury situation and my body situation is so hopeless, and a lot of like jealous people telling me that. So my brain kind of bought it. And so when I went to these physios, the reason why I never worked out, part of it like is because when I went to these physios, people are like, you should work out and take action, and I never did because I just procrastinated on it. It's like if I just exercised and I made some changes, my life would get better, but I never did it and I procrastinated on it because I just didn't believe like doing that action would give me this result. Like working out won't make me better. I just believed that for some reason. I didn't believe that working out and exercising will literally make my body stronger and it will improve. It's very weird. Like consciously I know it, but unconsciously your brain, it doesn't believe that. And because of that, I've just been like procrastinating and avoiding exercise, which just makes my situation worse and worse and worse. And because of that, I've just like finally now reached at a point where it's like, dude, like it's time to fix. And when you like have these moments in life where you have to just have a reality check and like just get really real with yourself, and that's why I'm doing this for myself. I'm just getting really real with myself, and maybe it'll help you guys also, because the road to success, your hero's journey, your road to your delusion is kind of like same for all of us. There are these patterns that we all have to go through as humans to become like enlightened or awakened, and this is your spiritual path. And so on this, the lessons are the same. And so now I'm like, okay, I have to dedicate 2 hours a day and I have to do like visualizing this stuff so that my brain believes that I can do this and it's worth doing. And I just decided like I'm not going to tolerate this bitch mindset. And like one of the weird things is because I've learned how to stay in such a positive mood. Like even though right now my life situation is very weird, I've become in such a positive situation that I don't find a reason to be sad or mad or get angry. It's like the driving emotions. I've always been somebody who just used negative emotions to drive me, but because I don't have any negative emotions, I'm always kind of like happy and just chill. I'm like always meditating and visualizing myself into happiness. Because of that, I'm not finding any motivation. So it's weird, man. It's very weird. But like this is the stuff in entrepreneurship, and especially like with my body being so shit, I've had such a hard time like trying to get the momentum going. Like you need in entrepreneurship, it's seasons of nothingness, then success, then nothingness, then success. It's like you work, you get no results. You work, 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 you get no results. You work, 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 you get no results. And then you keep doing that, and then boom, you hit something, right? But in order to go through that, you need a level of like energy. It's an energy output game. And when your health is this bad, you cannot have that energy. So every time I hit a roadblock, I like procrastinate, I like get whiny and like this weak mindset, this is not who I am. And entrepreneurship requires a certain level of health. You have to like take care of your body and be in the best shape, because these patterns are there of nothingness, these seasons of nothingness and delayed gratification and uncertainty. Uncertainty creates fear and doubt. For that, you need to like keep your stress in like proper management. Nothingness, when you put so much effort and so much work and you get zero reward, you burn out very easily. And that's really what burnout is putting so much effort and work and not getting anything. And you have to be able to not burn out and go a little bit further more than the average person. When most people would quit because they're not getting the reward, that's when you have to just keep pushing, be like, no, it will come at some point. And that mindset, you have to be delusional, right? But at the same time, you need that energy and that physicality, like just bare minimum. And so that's what I'm doing. Reality check, being accountable with myself, got the physiotherapist to give me like a training program, and I have to start doing that every day. And just understanding like, hey, again, like I'm in this season of nothingness and I just have to push through it because the next season will be good, and these seasons of nothingness and uncertainty and like delayed gratification, this is the core of entrepreneurship. Like the founders of every big company, like Howard Schultz of Starbucks and like Google guys and like Elon Musk with the rockets, and just so many people have talked about going through this where it's like nothing is happening, you're trying everything and you want to cry and you want to give up, but you shouldn't, because it will happen. And the thing is, like, the first few years, especially like before you become a success, and that's why I'm making this video, because I feel like I'm at a pivotal point in my journey where it's like I've completed that 7 years of struggle, and any day now for me it will click. Like I just have one final puzzle to crack, and any day now it will click. And when it does, like, I'll be happy I documented this, but I'll also be like, my life just completely changes. Like that of poverty and like struggle, that period ends and I'm on like a winning season. I'm already on like an upward spiral. I know that because like past 2-3 years I've been climbing and I'm already on that upward spiral. But it's just like, it's going to be different when things click. Any day now things are going to be different, because once the money starts coming in, it's not going to be a season of nothingness. I'm not going to be burnt out, because once the money starts coming, it's like any problem that comes, you can just throw money at it and solve it. Any like you want to go out, you can get some food, I can like pay for groceries, and I can like, I haven't been able to do that, and I'm like living in my family house, and just like it just psychologically it's so weak without like cash flow coming in. It's like seeing the money in your bank just go down and down and down, and your work is going here and here, and your motivation is going down and down. It's fucked up, but that's just how it is, man. It's just really like, it's just so much of this stuff. And when you're in this like 7 years, you will reach that stage when you have to like rewire yourself, because at the end of the day your life is a reflection of your thoughts, and success comes when you decide it comes. When your self-image, your I am, it shifts, you give yourself success. I mean, it's like first you're just flowing with life, and then eventually you realize like how to flow with life, and then you realize how to make life flow for you. and that's when your mindset is like really creating your reality, because you've wired the inner stuff, and there is still an external game, there is still so many things you can't control, but you really start creating your life instead of like letting it happen to you. And that's the thing, it's like once I master that game of creation, of my controlling my like life internally, success is gonna happen. And after that it's just different, right? Like it's so weird, because it's like that is the delicate art of mindset of like rewiring yourself, but there is the raw art of it, which is just like what I've been doing for the past 7 years. And even like all these moments, it's like there is no reason for me to like be this confident or happy or like excited. Like, I mean, there is reasons now more than ever, but like it's still like a lot of stuff to like put me down. It's like I have 70 subscribers on YouTube, I have like 800 followers on Instagram, I've only had 2 sales on my clothing brand. It's been like 6 months since I've been trying to get sales. My ads didn't work, and I purposefully, like, I genuinely believe like life, God didn't let it work because he wants me to go through the organic route, and I'm doing the organic route, and that also has been a few months, and I've not gotten any sales from the organic route. I've literally had a 1,000,000 view video and like 20,000 view video and like 10,000 view video and 6,000 view video, and I've not had any sales. And so that's very demoralizing. And even that, it's because I kind of believe like I can't get organic sales. Like, why would it work? It won't work. That inner belief is there. And so I have to rewire that, and that's the delicate art. But getting to this stage, like to be able to do work, there is so much of like just deluding yourself, like just brainwashing yourself into believing that I'm gonna be the craziest success story. Like with this YouTube video, there is a script, but this is so weird. It's so shit. Like I'm rambling, my like I'm sitting in this corner of my room on the floor. It's so like like budget and like so bullshit. It's so like trailer trash type shit. But for me, it's like this is real, this is raw, this is authentic, and this is me documenting my life. Like this is a real life documentary, and it's invaluable. And I'm like, just trust your instincts, bro. You're the best ever. You're the greatest artist of all time. You're the best entrepreneur of all time. Just like believe it. You're like the Elon Musk of art. Just believe it. And I'm just lying to myself essentially. Like nothing in my external is showing me that like this is good or like you're in a good spot. And obviously I've had some results, and like I've had enough results to know that I'm on the right path. But man, you just really have to like be so delusional, because dude, like I have the results and I have the proof, so I know I'm not delusional. But there is still so many reasons to give up. Like life gives you 99 reasons to quit and one reason to go forward. And in some seasons, it doesn't even give you that one reason. It gives you 100 reasons to give up, and it's like asking you, now what will you do? And I chose to be delusional. I really did. I threw my life on the line for this shit. Like get rich or die trying. And it's not even about get rich. It's like getting everything. Like I'm here for destiny, I'm here for purpose, I'm here for meaning, fulfillment, legacy, glory. I want success, money, power, bitches, everything. Like it's all of it. Fucking I want to inspire everyone, and I want people in like the future to see this video, and your mind should be like, bro, how did he see this? How did he see this coming? And it should be just so inspiring for you to have this level of belief to follow your delusion. Because through entrepreneurship, through going all in on your dreams, you can solve all of the world's problems, bro. Like I can get KFC in my city right now because some guy created Swiggy, and that some guy created Swiggy because some guy somewhere created DoorDash, and that happened because somebody created Y Combinator, and that happened because somebody created like There is so many people sacrifices and risks and pains that leads to me having this like water bottle. Amazon delivered this to me in a tiny village in India, and this company Bold Fit made it and sold it through Amazon. And those guys are millionaires now. You know, there's a millionaire behind everything we do, and you should get rich and for like making the world a better place. This is a beautiful game. This is a beautiful thing, and that's why like I dedicate Delusion to entrepreneurship because I know every single entrepreneur watching this in the future, you're gonna feel crazy, you're gonna want to quit, you're gonna be crying and dying on the inside, and it's just the game, bro. This is the game. Fall in love with it. Get in, like, enjoy the taste of blood in that sense. Get hardcore and be hardcore and rewire yourself by just lying to yourself, like, dude, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. But also by like studying the science of mindset and doing the delicate art. So, yeah, I don't know. This video is just a lot of like mixing a lot of stuff. Maybe it's fucking weird and this sucks. I don't know again, but I have felt this way my whole journey. Even when I did everything wrong, somehow it ended up working out. That's really all I can say. So I'm just trusting my instincts with this YouTube video also because I don't like when I compare this to what everybody else does on YouTube. I feel like this is dog shit. But I felt that way when I started my clothing brand. I felt that way when I started everything. And somehow it comes together, bro. So that's it. And I just like have like so much stuff to talk about that I wrote down. But like the truth is I need to stop YouTube because like I don't have the time and the energy to like sit and like make these videos and script and make thumbnail title. Like YouTube is such a long term thing for me. It'll click like very long term, you know, like because there's a certain type of video that gets views and followers, there's a certain type of views that like get sales. There's so much like business skill and like knowledge to this stuff. I just don't have the time or the resources to like do this right in that sense, especially right enough to generate like immediate reward for me. Like I need to focus on cash right now, not building personal brand or like long term life documentary. But at the same time, I'm doing this now because I can never recreate this moment. So I had to balance it. But I feel like for the next 1 to 2, maybe 3 months, I really need to like uh, just like pull back. Maybe even for like a month or two. I don't know. I've been saying this for a long time, but I feel like because I procrastinate so much on doing YouTube because it's so hard. I try to make like a perfect video, like summing up everything, and it ends up becoming shit. I feel, but because of that, like it takes me a long time to do these, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I need to take a break and just focus on Instagram, focus on working out, and just do like 2 to 3 things a day. Do it right and do it every day. So I don't know how it's gonna work out. Like the reason it's because I'm on a clock, my money is running out, my family situation is really fucked up, my family's financial situation is really fucked up. Like there's the war that happened with Iran and stuff, and so like the UAE businesses are fucked. My dad has like a restaurant which he started like a few years ago. I've never even been able to eat there. I've never seen my dad's restaurant. Like I've never been able to eat there. Never been able to go there. When he started it, I was in the UAE, I believe. But like my life was like my business was getting stolen at that time. I was the most depressed and like fucked up life situation that time. And so like my life situation was going like this, and he had lost his job and like he started his business, which is not the right thing to do, not the like strategic thing. But I can't critique it because like he's been carrying all of us, and his like I feel like his time like in that sense is coming to an end. Like he's no longer going to be able to support us, and the whole reason why I started to become an entrepreneur was for my dad Like I used to like see my dad working and like coming back from a job after driving and commuting, and he would just get sick from the amount of commute he had to do, and he never complained, he never said a single thing, never like best dad in the world in the sense of how much he has sacrificed. Just like he didn't do everything right. He's made a lot of fucking mistakes, and it's been a massive source of pain for me. But just the fact that like amount of like effort and sacrifice, like it, I used to like see how fucking much he used to work, and I used to like cry. Like I used to go to the bathroom and just cry and like throw up because I felt like so like powerless and like shit, that I was just like running around playing video games and like fucking around and not like able to give him a life. And that's why like I took such a risk, and I told my dad, I'm like, dude, right now you're working, and this was like 7 years ago. I was like 22, and I'm like I just getting out of uni, and I told like, dude, I can take a risk now, and I can try, and I can change my trajectory of like life. But like within like a few years before you reach the age of retirement, like I can like set us up and like everything. And he was like supportive. He gave me the money also like here and there when I needed. And even now like I'm here, I'm not earning. Like my dad sent money to like my grandparents, and that's how like my grandparents house this is. Like I live here, and like in between whenever my life crashed, I've moved back here. And like because there is no like very low cost, and whatever that low cost is, because my dad is able to provide. So my whole journey, my like I don't care about my success at all, like in terms of like fun, like really like I just want to give my dad everything he deserves. Like really like just every birthday I've had over the past few years, I've always just said like I've not had the money to give him a gift also at more. For some reason, when that time comes, I'll be fucking flat broke and or some crazy shit. So I've just always been like, Dad, this year's gift, I'm adding it, I'm compounding it, all of it I'm gonna give you together. I'm gonna get you a Rolls Royce. Like that was my promise to my dad. Like I'm gonna get you a Rolls Royce, and I'll get you like a Rolls Royce Ghost or like a Phantom or whatever. And frankly speaking, if I can get him that, and like I'll get him everything else also. Like I want to fly him in private jets and take him to the best restaurants, and like just give him like a Range Rover and just like buy everything for him, like pay off the more like loans and so much debt we have had. And like it's really like just so much, you know, and I want to do right for him. And like right now, because of the war, and there's a flood there, and just like the business is not doing well, and like he's not able to like provide, and he's not been able to send money for like the family in India. And so it's like everything is about to crash. It's like my grandparents here. I have to provide for them now. Like it's my time to do this, like to carry the ship and like carry the burden. But it's not a situation where it's like I can suddenly go get a job. I've never worked a job. It's not a situation where I can just like run ads on Facebook for my clothing brand and like get rich. I don't have the money. He doesn't have the money to send. Okay. And like God himself literally like blocked that shit and like made me go to the organic route. And the organic route is not something like I can like get sales out of hard work. Like it's not something if I just post 100 videos I will get sales. I thought it was, I tried it, it's not something. So it's a very weird situation where your world is collapsing, and hard work can't solve that problem, and smart work needs to solve that problem. And smart work doesn't work when there is so much fear. Like I need to be creative, I need to be positive. So it's this weird situation, and I'm like, okay, if we need cash, what do I do? Like, do I start selling stuff? And my like situation here is so different, like in weird, and I'll show you, because it's like we are like a NRI family, like an expat family that like sends money from UAE to India. So to people in India we seem rich, but to people in UAE we seem poor. Like in UAE, like we are broke. Like in the UAE, like where I grew up and where my family is in Dubai, so called, I've never actually experienced the real Dubai or enjoyed Dubai, not the stuff you see on social media. Especially like I left when like 2020 is when I started my entrepreneurial journey and I came here, and that's when UAE started booming and like the tourism boom and all the like the luxury life really started like booming and all the tourists and foreigners started moving. 2020 and then again in 2022, and both times is when I left to India. It's like weird, and I've never been to the Burj Khalifa or like seen any of the tourist attractions, partly because it's like we grew up there and like I grew up there, so I was just like fuck it, lame. Even like when my family and all these people would go, I would just be like, nah, I don't want to go here. And I regret all of that. I miss all of that now. But I digress. Like, but the point is just that it's weird. Like, the, I never grew up in poverty, but I grew up like under debt. My dad's always had these loans, like just like credit card and juggling it and like keeping the bills going. He's just managed to do it somehow. But there is that lifelong debt. Like the middle class, we are a slave class. We are enslaved by debt, and that's what you need to like overcome. And that's why I'm like God like took the risk to become an entrepreneur, because I knew like there is no fucking way that I will be able to pay off my dad's loans with a job and have a life of my own and give him a good retirement and take care of my grandparents and take care of my mom, and like it's not it's not realistic, it's impossible, right? So that's why I became an entrepreneur. That's like how every entrepreneur also, like, you want to save your dad, you want to save your mom, you just do that, right? And it's like I took the leap 7 years ago, seeing this moment coming to fruition where my dad's life would finally blow up in his face and I would have to catch him when he falls. And that moment is coming where it's gonna fucking happen. I know, like, he's just gonna be able to shut down all the restaurants, I think, and like pay off his loans and come here, I think, and hopefully with no like legal issues or anything. And I should be a success by then, so that I can like fund him, like say like help him and fund like my family here. Or if not that, at least like if he's okay, like at least run the thing here. And like my grandparents are stressing, they're like, should we sell the land, should we start selling gold? And I'm like, dude, chill. Like at least like first thing we like start selling the furniture and stuff. Yeah, it's weird. Like I don't know if I should be saying this stuff on camera, but yeah, it's weird. And like I feel like this guilt and shame also, just like being this age, not being able to do anything. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, I'm one step away from being a millionaire. Like I'm literally one step away from being a millionaire. How can I like quit, or how can I like deviate, or like suddenly like take the foot off the gas to like do some gigs here and there, or like, all I have to do is just post the right few videos on Instagram. I get enough traffic, that traffic goes to my website, I get enough sales. So that's it. And it's so fucking crazy because I've been trying to do it, and it's not happening. And that's the last YouTube video I made. It's like, I'll show that now. It's like the last YouTube video I made is literally here. Like I got 1.6 million views, and after that also I've posted so many videos, but like it's not gotten any results. You can see like I have 800 and like 55 followers there, right? You can see 855, and that was the last YouTube video I posted. You can see it here, but it got 0 views, like 0. That one view is actually me watching it from my phone. But I have like 70 subs, and that's all pretty much because of my shorts. And here is like 157 videos posted. I've actually done way more than that, and I'm really happy I filmed, because I have so much golden footage. That's why I'm still making these YouTube videos, even though it's like the worst time, because I'm really glad. Like I started like 1 year ago, and the initial videos got some views, but like I've literally documented my entire life. I can't even believe that like like when I was losing everything, when I was leaving the old city, like leaving like all of these, when my injury is there, my body is all bad, and I'm complaining about it. And when I moved here, like there's so much gold in this YouTube video, So that's why like I'm still doing it, because I know this is like worth it. It's really um like, I don't know, it's a good move I made. And that's one of the things like I wanted to show is like I have an AC in this room, right? Like this is the middle class thing. But I don't have the money to pay for the electricity bill if I turn this AC on. So we don't turn this AC on. My walls, there's like water leakage. There's this shit ass like room. Like look at this. I'm just sitting on the floor here, right? This is like brokey room. Okay. Now this is the part like there's the other room where the furniture is there. It's nice. I mean, there's no mattress and the sheet is old. It's like moldy, but there's like a nice cupboard and there's like this Google Home. So there's this big mismatch of like what your financial situation is. This AC is there. It doesn't work. Can't turn it on. And like I'm here. Like if you see this bathroom, okay, it's like it's like a really like decent bathroom. Okay, like you go to like a 4-star hotel, maybe like a 3-star, okay, maybe not 3-star, like a 4-star hotel I guess would have like this kind of pipe fittings and like bathroom. And if somebody, like people who will see like my house, especially some rooms or like the furniture or the interior, will be like, dude, this guy has money, like this guy is rich. Like this guy has a lot of money and he's just acting poor. But it's not. It's like we have this burden. Like I'm gonna show you, like, because this is like literally my other room. Wait, hold the fuck up. It's just full of junk. It's old shit, right? This is the upstairs. That's my suitcase. It's just all junk. It's just cartons and this stuff. And I'm like, fuck, okay, do I start selling this? Like, do I start selling that chair? Maybe I can sell this like old TV here. There is nothing here. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you look at this room, this bathroom, it's like so nice, right? It's like a 4-star, even like a 5-star hotel. Maybe it's nice because my dad, like, when we had money, and this is how every middle class family gets stuff. When you have money, you don't save and you want to show off and you want to like put up big stuff. And so you make all these like renovations and this and that. And then you don't have the money to pay for any of it because it's like this fucking golden handcuffs. That's literally what it is. It's a golden handcuff. And that's why it's like, it's full of junk. I have ACs, I can't turn it on. But in India, it's like, oh, AC on the needle. It's like, they'll be like, oh, it's an AC home. So because in India, like, where poverty is so common and like so much like economic inequality is there, we seem like the rich people, like 2-story house, AC room and all this. But I don't have the money to pay for any of this. I don't have the money to keep any of this running. And in Dubai also, my dad is struggling and people don't know the reality of stuff. And that's why, like, I know I don't come from poverty. I come from a middle class family. Like, I've experienced decent, like, living. I had a PlayStation. I had food. I experienced poverty in my entrepreneurial journey over the past 7 years. When I left and I went on my own and I had risks and I became homeless and like bankrupt and not have money, even 5,000 rupees a month, I was just like praying for. Like, that's the thing. And I know I show this because this video will get picked apart in the future and people will be like, oh no, he has money, he's trying to show a certain image, and I will be misunderstood. I'm okay with being misunderstood. I'm okay with being hated. This is my like hero's journey, sacrifice of trying to put as much truth and raw and reality out there, like just to inspire you guys to break your generational curses, because I am the black sheep of my family. I have no fucking support. I started delusion because I had so little support that I had to delude myself the entire journey, whatever I talked about in this video. Because this whole dysfunction in this family, I'm not going to say much, but it's not an accident. And all homes have this, and many families have it. And one guy is all it takes to break that generational curse of like poverty and debt or trauma or abuse or like infidelity or divorce or whatever, all of this stuff runs through everybody's families, and you can do it by chasing your delusion. Because when you go towards what God has planned for you, your life will fall apart, but then right on time it will rearrange. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that that is true for me, because I did chase my delusion, my life did fucking fall apart. Now my family's life is falling apart because they didn't believe me when I said I'm doing it for them, and they resisted. Like, they resist the good that I am bringing, even though it's for them, you know. And now they need me more than ever, and I have to come through also and give it back to them, you know. And like, it's like a reuniting situation. But that's how it's going to be for all of you guys, and many of you guys. Okay, maybe it's not going to be as hard as it is for me. Maybe it's going to be harder for you. I don't know, bro. It's your life. It's your life. This is my life. This is my journey. And I know there are people who have had it worse. And like, don't look to other people's lives to compare in that way. Take inspiration, compare, to analyze and study patterns to set the pace for yourself. People who come from better positions will have it easier. That doesn't mean they had it easier in every way. They just had it easier in one way or the other, because there is always a price to pay for your life. God is not stupid. God knows what He's doing when He arranges everything for everyone. So I just keep that humility. I don't, like, I know I have had it easier than many of the people who live in this area, but I've also had it way harder than many of those same people. So this is just that thing, and that's my family life and my family situation, and this is my current position. And yeah, that's it. My next chapter of my life, it was supposed to be Dubai. I'm supposed to go back and enjoy, and like, I literally feel like I'm here right now. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, here. I literally feel like this is me right now with this, like, this thing in between me and my dreams, and I feel so tired, and I've done like, I literally feel like this is it, and that's why I'm making this video, because after this video you'll probably see me here with this, you know, because I have no more time to do this shit. So like, I don't know, man, this is it. My next chapter is supposed to be the UAE, and go back, and I have like this manifestation that's supposed to come, and like this house that's planned, and I'm here. I don't know how, like, I'll get there. I don't know when it will happen. Um, and my brain is like, do I like first build the business here in India to like a very successful stage, then move, or do I like do it little bit and get some money and then like move quickly and then do there? And like, there's all this like how, like, questions in my head, and I'm trying to predict it, and it's like very weird when you're trying to navigate uncertainty, because your brain wants to constantly predict the future, and you still need information to plan business and do things right, you know. And I feel like, just attack the present, attack the present, attack the present, and try not to like have like all sorts of possibilities aligned in your mind without actually like thinking about it too much, you know. And because it feels like I'm not in control of my life when you're in so much uncertainty. Like, dude, I don't know anybody who's had to build businesses and like experience both sides of like two countries, that too like before you become successful. Normally when people expand their business, they become successful, you get it in two countries and stuff. I've had to like lose business, fail business, start business, move back and forth between two countries during extreme poverty and like failure. And that's why it's been so hard for me. But that's also why when this success becomes, I think it will be dual. It will be India and UAE, and it will be something like something that's not done normally, and something really special. Like, God always gives back what He takes and rewards, you know, in that sense. And my brain's like just trying to figure out that, because I need to structure things accordingly and move accordingly. How do I go forward? How do I build this brand? Am I building for an Indian market, or am I building for a UAE market? Like, what's the taste? What's the angle? What's the story? Like, there's so many questions like that I need to ask and like have answers to do this thing right, you know. But I'm like, I really don't know. I'm just trying to take it one step at a time. And the way that my personal situation has been for the while, like there's so many dramas and confusions and stresses, and I showed like the rooms and stuff, like if I was in like a better physical health, maybe I would have like quickly ran around and like sold all this stuff and made some cash like I used to do when I was a kid, flipping. But with the lack of energy and just so many like things, it's like at the time where I should be giving the most to my business, like the final step of the game where I should be giving it the most and like bringing it home, I'm literally, I feel like in like the worst like physical position health wise. Not the worst, but like not doing good either. Like the like few days ago when I went to the physiotherapist, I went because I started having balance issues. Like I was feeling dizzy and like I couldn't eat because my jaw was like clanking. Like every time I chewed, it was like hitting each other, like my teeth, and I felt like very like dizzy and stuff when I was trying to read documents on my laptop because of poor ergonomics. And that's the thing, it's just like so many variables are messed up, and the only thing that can fix that is money. And to make money I need health, and to get health I needed money, but like that was a limiting belief, but I fixed that now. And I'm really rambling right now, but um, yeah guys, I don't know, I'm stressed. When I started showing the room and talking about it, I started getting more stressed and then I saw the low battery notification on my phone and I'm more stressed even now. But yeah, I don't know anybody else, if they were in my position they would be this chill. But I really am like this, like enjoying this also. Like it's so like exciting. It's like how bad can it get? Yeah, right? Will I lose it all again? No, I won't. I don't think so. I will. Fingers crossed. But I have to make sure I don't, and I have to come through. So yeah, like this saying is there, like it is darkest before dawn. And like a few days ago or like a few weeks ago, I'm like, bro, how can it get any worse than this? Like I'm so fucking fed up, like I'm so tired of life, like I want to like just like fucking, like I don't want to, it's not like suicidal or like die or anything, but part of me is just like, bro, what's the point of this shit? Like, I don't want to be an entrepreneur anymore. Like, where is the rewards? Like, all I get in return for this, like, all this effort and talent, like, every time I show talent, all I get is envy attacks, or, like, jealousy and hate. When every time I put in effort, all I get is nothing or just losing all my money. Like, where the fuck is the success? Like, I feel like everybody I've known has had it easier than me. Not even like known personally, just like I know of online, all the YouTube stories. I analyze the shit out of every story to study this. And I've watched so many interviews and like founders, and like my pattern recognition has gone from like noob level to like god tier just because of the sheer volume of like videos and data I've analyzed and accumulated. And I've become like a genius almost. Like I've literally turned myself from like a turd into like a genius. And I'm still not successful, bro. That's the thing. Every fucking dumb fuck has figured out how to become a success. But I can't figure out how to become a success. What the fuck is that about? And so yeah, that's it. That's the thing that's pissing me off. I'm like, how can I be so smart and still be so fucking broke? Like, how? Why am I so broke if I'm so smart? Oh my god. But it is a part of the thing. It's like smarter you are, the longer it takes because you have to get out of your way more. But it's also that when your mission is bigger and your calling is higher and your heart is purer and you do things the right way without fucking over anybody, no screwing around, do right by everyone and everything. It takes around this long. Like every success story has had like around 3 to 7 years, and I've seen like other like podcasters and interviewers talking about it. It's like they all take around 3 to 7 years of struggle, you know, and like 7 years to become a millionaire is fine. It's just those 7 years are fucking horrible. Horrible is what it is. But yeah, like they say, like don't give up. At the end, and like it is darkest before dawn. But when it rains, pours. And bro, I'm ready for the rain right now. I'm so fucking ready. Let it pour, and I have to make it pour, That's why I'm gonna lock the fucking train every day and like post videos every day. I'm not gonna get like demotivated every time I hit a roadblock, every time I hit a pivot, every time I hit like this thing. I'm just gonna like understand like, hey, this is just part of the journey. Every pivot point is not a failure, it's just one step closer. And I'm gonna get like that faster feedback loop with more positivity and more energy. And I'm feeling like giving up. I swear, like I really feel like giving up. Like I keep complaining to God, like, dude, why? I'm so tired. Why now? Give me something. Throw me a bone. Like there is all of that stuff, but I had it horrible the first 5 years, and in the fifth year, I unlocked so much talent and art and like this brand that I'm like, bro, I literally went from a nobody to like the best in the world, like absolute best in the world. I went from zero to hero, and this time again, it will happen for me when this season of nothingness ends, and it will be for the business period. And with my business model of e-commerce, it can scale really quick. I can go from 0 to 1 crore, 2 crore, like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, 100 million, generational wealth, baby. Really quick. So yeah, I don't know. This is me being delusional, bro. This is delusional. Like, this is what it is. I'm just documenting this for you and for me. But yeah, I think I covered everything in for my videos. I'm just rambling now. So yeah, I need to get to the UAE. I need to get successful. I need to get in shape. I need to reclaim my life. So I'll be pausing YouTube for a bit, and I feel like I'm at the end because that's the thing. Like again, like I feel really like I'm at the end. Now it's time to like go hardcore, lock in, bring it home. Less updates, more like less talking, more cashing, and the journey. Even if I just get to like 10K per month, which is the first target, 10K dollars per month, which is like a big amount here in India. So like I'll be like a crorepati essentially on paper, but it'll be like 10 lakhs a month in profit, like 9 lakhs. But that's the point, that's the hint. Oh yeah, that's a quick thing I have to tell. Like 2019, like 2020, when my business first hit success, it's like when you take the right path to your dreams, when you go towards your highest dream through the right vehicle, like through the right door, universe gives you like a thumbs up. It gives you this sudden like beginner's luck of success. For me, it was like hitting 50,000 rupees a day in revenue, which is like $600 a day. It's like $20,000 a month in revenue, which is like a big amount, even if you're in the US, for like a beginner to hit like in the first few months. But in India here, it's massive amount, So when I hit that, I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna be a millionaire. And everybody around me thought I was gonna be a millionaire. My parents, my dad also was like, oh, my son is the success. And and then it all crashed. And everybody's like, fuck you, this is some bullshit. And I'm also like, what the hell? And it's been that, and then I got that beginner's luck, and then I've been chasing that like hope, that little hope that I had for the past 7 years now. But now when it hits, it will be like the first stage I unlock will be that's like $20,000 month in revenue. That'll just be the first step, and every month after that will be like put like 20K, 50K, 100K, 500K. And the thing is, getting to that first point is also like the hardest thing to do. Everything after that is easy because now you're making money, you can hire people, you can fail, you can afford to fail, you're enjoying the process because you're getting reward. Everything else after that is easy. So it's like you're getting more money and it's getting easier. It's an ultra upward spiral. That's the thing. It's like the Bible saying, it's like to he who has everything, more will be given, and to he who has nothing, more will be taken. It's the Matthew principle. It's the law of attraction. Like attracts like. When you have positivity and money and your image is that of something, you bring more of that. And That's why you have to delude yourself into believing like this is getting better. Whatever this now is good, but I'm getting more. Right now I have this, but I'm gonna have more. And you have to keep repeating it. Even when you're losing everything, you have to like control that loss process before you hit the deck like a bitch. You have to stop it like, no, no, this is okay. I lost, but now I'm gaining. You have to like fool yourself. So that's it. I'm not going to give up. I think I'm at the 99%, but I'm not going to give up. Doesn't matter. I'm going to bring it home and I'm going to make it fucking pour because it's been dark and it's been lonely, but that's not how my story ends. And so, yeah, I'm going to bring it home. And this is a very weird video. I have rambled a lot. I've been very emotional in a way. And there's so much like nervous energy, but hopefully some like good jokes are there in this and some lot of lessons. I guess the clippers will have a good time with this. We can edit the fuck out of this video, but yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I think I showed the YouTube video also. I showed my house. I showed everything. Yeah, peace, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully in the next video I will have cracked the Instagram algorithm and um, like got my money. So peace.